The importance of good health in pigeon racing. Ensuring the well-being of your pigeons. Pigeon racing is a sport that requires optimal performance from the racing birds. To achieve success, it is crucial to prioritize the health of your pigeons. While obvious signs of respiratory diseases are easy to identify, there is another factor that can greatly affect their performance: subclinical diseases. These are infections that do not exhibit overt symptoms but still have a significant impact on the bird's overall well-being. The respiratory system of a bird is intricately connected to its entire body, meaning that any infection, no matter how mild, can hamper their performance. Identifying subclinical infections. Detecting subclinical infections can be challenging, but there are subtle signs that can indicate their presence. Some of these signs include excessive tears in the eye. When you observe the pigeon, you may notice an overflow of tears, which can indicate a mild subclinical infection. Bubble formation in the corner of the eye. Gently pressing on the wattle of the bird may cause bubbles to form in the corner of the eye. Audible breathing. When you place the bird's beak next to your ear, you should hear a distinct puff sound with each breath. If the bird is not excited, the breathing should be nearly silent. Taking preventive measures. To ensure the well-being of your pigeons and maintain their optimal health, it is recommended to implement a preventive treatment routine. Before the racing season begins, administer a 20-day treatment for respiratory infections. Additionally, during the race season, treat your birds for 3 days at the beginning of each week. It is advisable to use a combination of Tylenol and doxycycline, which have proven effective in combating respiratory infections. Although using antibiotics without a confirmed disease may seem excessive, it is a necessary precaution as pigeons can easily contract respiratory infections while in the racing basket. Combating coccidiosis. Coccidiosis is another common problem that can severely hinder your pigeon's performance. It is essential to address any level of infection promptly. Unlike some European practices that treat only when a large number of coccidia are found in a fecal check, it is recommended to treat any level of infection for 3 key reasons. Cyclical nature of coccidia shedding. Coccidia are shed in cycles, meaning that the number of parasites in the bird's fecal matter can fluctuate significantly from day to day. Relying solely on fecal checks may result in misdiagnoses. Variability in individual infection levels. Birds within a team can have varying levels of infection. Unless every bird is tested, some with substantial coccidia numbers may go unnoticed. Progressive infection under stress. As racing and training continue, stress levels increase, which can cause a minor coccidia problem to escalate rapidly. Treating and controlling the infection is crucial to avoid compromised performance. To combat coccidiosis, treatment with sulfazine 16% is recommended. Another effective option, if within your budget, is the use of Baycox. By maintaining a daily loft scraping routine and promptly removing droppings, you can minimize the coccidia problem. Dealing with canker. Canker is caused by a single-celled organism known as Trichomonas. It cannot be reliably diagnosed by looking for typical canker lesions in the bird's mouth. Similar to respiratory infections, any level of canker infection can significantly impact performance. To diagnose canker accurately, throat swabs conducted by a veterinarian are necessary. It is advisable to administer treatment before the racing season starts and continue treatment periodically during the season. A 2 or 3 day treatment at the beginning of every other week should suffice. Recommended medications include Imtrol, Ronidazole, or Flagyl, with individual administration. Preventing malaria. Malaria is a blood parasite that spreads among birds through pigeon flies. It causes anemia and severely diminishes racing performance. Preventing transmission requires controlling the pigeon fly population, as the parasite does not pass from bird to bird through mere contact. To treat malaria effectively, the use of primaquine or medpit products is recommended. Importance of veterinarian assistance. It cannot be emphasized enough how critical it is to maintain super health in your birds rather than simply relying on their apparent health. Organisms such as canker, coccidia, and respiratory diseases can be present in birds, significantly impairing performance, even when the birds appear to be in good condition. The only way to accurately diagnose coccidia, worms, trichomonas, canker, and malaria is through fecal, throat swab, and blood smear tests. While it is possible to conduct these tests yourself, engaging the services of a veterinarian offers several advantages. Problem identification. a veterinarian can provide a comprehensive assessment of your bird's health status. Avoiding unnecessary treatment. With professional guidance, you will only administer treatment when necessary, avoiding unnecessary medication. Proper medication and dosage. A veterinarian will prescribe the appropriate drugs and specify the correct dosage for your bird's specific conditions. Treatment duration. Knowing the required treatment duration is crucial for effective recovery and minimizing the risk of recurrence. Cost effectiveness. In the long run, seeking professional veterinary assistance proves more economical. A case to consider. Let's examine a common scenario that often arises due to a lack of professional veterinary intervention. By considering this case, we can understand the importance of seeking expert advice from the outset. Imagine a conversation I had over the phone with a distressed pigeon fancier. "Hi George, I'm facing a severe problem with my young birds. I've had a couple of deaths, and my friend suggested it might be canker, so I treated them with Imtrol. Unfortunately, that didn't work, and I lost 5 more birds. Another friend examined them and concluded it was coccidia due to their green droppings, so I administered Amprol. They seemed to improve temporarily, but their condition deteriorated again. At that point, I decided to give them terramycin for Salmonella. Despite my efforts, I've lost a total of 25 young birds, and those remaining look miserable. What do you think?" In this case, if the pigeon fancier had sought professional veterinary help early on, this unfortunate situation could have been avoided. Every veterinarian possesses the capability to conduct fecal, throat swab, and blood smear tests, and the cost is relatively affordable. If you encounter problems beyond the scope of your regular vet, don't hesitate to reach out to a pigeon veterinarian who specializes in pigeon medicine. Their expertise will prove invaluable in resolving your bird-related concerns.
There are many reasons to buy my racing pigeon method. Here are some of the best reasons. You will get excellent results. It's a very simple system to use. It's affordable. I have had over 400 first prize winners. It's adaptable to any situation. You can use it with any racing method, natural, widowhood, young birds. It's a very effective method. There is no need to spend a lot of money on fancy pigeon products. It's a reliable system and it is foolproof to use. Professional athletes, race horses, take the same products. There is science behind this, not just hearsay. It is all to do with red blood cells and oxygen in the blood. Without that, a pigeon will not race well, or an athlete will not win a race. If he has low oxygen in his blood, the above is fact and is 100% science. There are a few things you can do to improve your chances of winning at racing pigeons. One of the most important things is to learn as much as you can about the sport. You'll need to know the different types of pigeons, how to train them, and how to race them. Another key factor is practice. You'll need to be able to fly your pigeons competently in order to win races. And, of course, you'll need to have the funds to invest in racing pigeons and other racing equipment.